By determining first what is of value to you, you automatically let information that is important to you filter through. You will increase your awareness of valuable opportunities and information that will help you obtain your goal by knowing exactly what you want. Exactly what kind of house, job, car, income, client, relationship, etc. Our brain-mind mechanism naturally filters out any information that is not of value to us or does not pose a threat to our security. It is important to understand this. Any information that is not of value to you or does not pose a threat to your survival does not get through to you. It automatically gets filtered out. Like a spam filter on your email, the brain-mind functioning together screens out thousands of messages and allows only those messages or information to get through that have value to you. If it allowed any and all information to come through, it would overload your nervous system and you would be unable to cope with all the data presented to it. To ensure your survival, it also allows threats of physical or psychological harm to get through at all times. There is simply too much information constantly coming at us. It's impossible for all of it to get through. So, we must determine exactly what we want. This will allow our brain-mind mechanism to become highly selective as to what information is of real value to us. The right information when you need it. Once we determine what we want, the information will start to flow through. Remember that because we cannot see it, does not mean it does not exist. It only means we are blocking out information that is not important to us at the moment. This blocking is natural and simply a protective mechanism to keep us from going insane. Unchecked, however, this mechanism can limit our possibilities. There is at any given time a vast amount of information available to support you in creating whatever you desire. However, most people, or groups of people, and businesses fall into this category, try to solve problems without first determining exactly what they wish to accomplish. They make decisions based on the available facts, or the resources they have at the present moment. The natural response is, we can't do that. We don't know where the money is coming from. Who's going to help us? We don't have what we need. We don't have what it takes, or we don't have enough experience with this. Focusing on the end result, what I want to share with you is this. You don't need to know all those answers. In fact, if you did have the answers to all those questions, that information would, in the present moment, probably work against you. What you do need to know is, what is the end result? Where do I want to end up? What do I want to create? Set the goal first and the necessary information will get through. Having all the information first, without the goal only confuses the mind and works against you. Remember this. Information does not come through first. Before the information can be filtered through, your brain-mind mechanism must lock onto the goal or end result. Once that is set, everything you need to know to accomplish the end result will present itself to you. Unless something has personal value or threatens our security, we will not be conscious of the information that we need. In order to be conscious of this information, we must have the goal first. High-performance people, people that get things done, know this secret. Believing is seeing. Everybody else wants to have the facts first, before they will believe. But it doesn't work that way. You must believe in the goal first, and then you will see how to do it, because the necessary information will get through. You must determine what is of value to you. What kind of client you want, what kind of home you want, what kind of knowledge you want before it gets through. You find what you are looking for. Here is an example of how this works. Suppose you are interested in a particular brand of automobile. Perhaps you're considering buying one, or you have just bought one. Notice that as soon as you decide what you want, you see this make of car everywhere. There seem to be one passing you every few miles. Why? It is because that particular brand of car now has value to you. This example could be applied to the goals of finding clients, jobs, businesses, or people with whom you would like to be involved. As soon as you know what you are looking for, the opportunities and the information will become apparent. If you don't know what you are looking for, you won't find it, even if it passes through your life every day. This also applies to your clients or customers. Knowing exactly what your customers or clients want will increase your awareness of how to help them obtain it. If you don't know exactly what they want, the information on how to help them will not get through. If you want to be a good conversationalist, you had better say something of value to the other person before you can get through. Otherwise they will just filter out or block out the conversation. We only pay attention to what is of value to us. Thinking outside our limitations. Another reason we don't see opportunities is that we limit ourselves by the way we think. We must be willing to think outside our limitations. We often feel uncomfortable psychologically when we experience contradictory or conflicting opinions, beliefs or attitudes at the same time. It is possible to hold different attitudes without emotional disharmony, only as long as a situation does not occur in which these attitudes are brought into direct confrontation. Generally, when people are placed into a new and unfamiliar environment or situation, a change of behavior or a modification of an attitude is necessary to lessen or eliminate the anxiety caused by the change. We are always seeking to maintain psychological balance by attempting to get things to fit together inside of ourselves. The most common way to relieve conflicts is through rationalization. Rationalization is what people use when they attempt to explain the logic or reason for their actions, opinion or conduct. In order for a person not to look foolish or make embarrassing mistakes, he will gather people and information that support his opinion or justify his conduct. An example is when we meet a person of the opposite sex and we are attracted to a particular trait in that person, the tendency is to subconsciously see only the good features and block out the negative traits. This justifies our reason to have relationship with that person. Before a person makes a commitment or a decision, he will usually go through a stage where he evaluates the overall situation. During this time, that person will usually be open to new information. However, once he makes a decision or commitment, he will start to gather only people or facts that make him look good, or make him right for believing and acting the way he does. This process is called clustering. Unfortunately, when we seek to prove we are right for being the way we are, or choosing what we choose, we block out information that may be useful to us in making rational decisions, essentially blinding ourselves to other options. When we lock onto an idea or a reason as to why something won't work, the solution does not get through. Solutions instead of problems, because we can't see a solution, it isn't mean that it is not there. If you tell yourself that there is no way to expand your business, no way to complete this or that project, no way to get something done, or get what you want, you focus on the problem instead of the solution. You can use your subconscious to help you gain answers and solutions, or you can use the same subconscious to come up with reasons or rationalizations why it can't be done. The choice is always there, and the choice is always yours. An example of this is when you want to buy something. Most people shop around for the lowest price. Once they've found the item they want, they usually will try to come up with creative ways to cut back on expenses, or do without something else, so they can afford it. But what they don't realize is that they could use the same creative energy to figure out a way to keep what they have and earn more money to buy what they want. In other words, they can use the same creative energy to move backward or move forward. When fear sets in, we very easily rationalize why we should retreat, give up, cut back, or why we can't do something. Are you using your energies trying to figure out what things aren't available to you, or can't happen for you, or are you putting your energy into how you can make them happen? We attract what we feel worthy of. Another reason we see problems and failures instead of solutions or opportunities is because we do not feel worthy of being, doing, or having the things we truly desire. The problem is that we can only attract that which we feel worthy of. The greater your feelings of self-worth, the higher the value you have of yourself. The more options you have, and the more risks you can take, the better you think of yourself. The more others will want to be part of your life. They will want to be your client, your customer or your friend. A person with a strong sense of self-worth says, I can handle anything. I don't know how to handle it yet, but I didn't need to know how to do this until now. Now that it is here, the information will come through. Everything then becomes an opportunity to learn and do more, allowing others to be our teacher. Sometimes the information that we need will come through other people. It can come in the form of a suggestion, or even a criticism. However, if we have poor self-esteem or self-worth, we will not be able to accept suggestions or handle criticism from others. Our response will be defensive, such as, why should I listen to my subordinates? Why should I listen to my children? What can they possibly know that I don't know? Why should I listen to my mate? I'm smarter than he or she is. But the error we make is this: when we accept only our opinion,